Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the second edition of Command Prompt Comedy. And for the love of everything, we've recorded this what is it now, 10 times, 11 times?
Probably 5.
Probably 5 times.
Nah,
Anyways, it's taken so much time just to record this because I'm the one that's messed up so much in this episode. My goodness. Anyways, welcome back to the second episode of Command Prompt Comedy. Thank you so much for joining us. You can get your tech news right here, right now. That's what Command Prompt Comedy is all about. Getting your tech news now. You can eat it on a box. You can eat it with a fox. You can get your tech news and eat it too anywhere, anytime with any of the apps. Anchor, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, or any of your favorite podcast apps. So thank you so much for joining us. This show is not paid for or sponsored or in any way are we getting funds through Project DeepMind, our company, for this show. We're simply doing this out of our love for technology and our drive to give you the latest in tech news. So thank you so much for joining us in this show.
For the record, we started recording at 2:50 p.m. and now it's 3:25. So it just goes to show how many times we had to redo this.
And we actually have to leave for a client meet in about a couple of hours here. I'm trying to think maybe we should get out of here by 4, but I don't know how long this podcast is going to be.
This might be shorter. If we have to keep recording this, then we'll either have to force ourselves to roll with it or leave in 30 minutes or something.
Right,
okay,
yeah.
We'll make it packed here.
It might...
This is the
last time
we
pushed re-record. This is the last time we're going to push re-record.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, actually, you know you're just going to get a phone call anyway.
Yeah, I'll probably get a phone call or something. At that point, I'll probably just decline it.
And yes, we're not running off a mic. We're just running off of a phone mic.
Yeah, we're actually using a mobile phone for this.
We're not using a snowball or anything. Or
Yeti. We should though. Eventually, we'll start doing that. But if you guys are interested in starting a podcast like we did, you can certainly go and find. It's called an app called Anchor. It's on Apple and Android. Again, we're not sponsored by them, but we just use their app, and it's great. It's easy to make a podcast, and that's how kind of what we started doing with Command Prompt Comedy. And for people who have listened, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed the last episode where we talked a little bit about hacking and everything. And that's my little doggo upstairs who is running around terrorizing probably somebody outside who's simply just walking by. But anyways, enough with the intro. Man, we had the longest intro this week. It's 2 minutes 34 seconds.
That's all right.
That's good. Right. That's all right.
It's full of life.
It's full of life and full of what we've been dealing with the last week since we've been gone. So Google. Yes, that big old G company that you're mildly scared about because it knows everything about you, what type of peanut butter you like, what type of mayonnaise you like, what type of cookies you like. It pretty much knows everything about you. It's coming out with a new Android Wear smartwatch update. Android Wear, what was it? Was that 3.0, I think now? It adds some new interface changes. You guys don't use Android Wear, but I do. And I'm excited for this. Sadly, my watch isn't on that list. You want to get an Android Wear watch?
I'm intrigued.
You're intrigued. I really think Android Wear at this point is trying to compete with, obviously, Apple's Apple's Apple Watch, the WatchOS, which is in software development is a lot better. Now, I'm an Android fanny. I'm a Samsung guy.
I'm all Microsoft.
Okay, here's the one update you're going to get in Apple.
They have an
event coming up. That's it.
They have an event coming up. They're going to be releasing. They're going to be releasing some stuff. We're talking about that Apple event in the show, if we fit it in. But we got some new.
It's not the fruit.
It's not the fruit.
We're not talking
That's
about
not the fruit. Nope.
I don't know anybody who would be listening to a technology podcast and don't know what Apple is.
Maybe it's the new trend that you just name a tech company after a fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess we should rename our.
Maybe we should rename. Maybe we should
Project Banana.
Project Banana. Yeah. How would you guys feel if we changed Project?
Okay, we still haven't talked
Banana?
about any news.
Yeah, but anyways, Android Wear is getting a new facelift. It's getting some new changes with its OS. So a lot of stuff stays the same, pushing long pressing the main button to invoke the Google Assistant to ask questions, the short press to see all the apps on the button, the swipe down to see notifications, the swipe up to see the swipe up to see notifications, and the swipe down to see quick setting shortcuts, and the long press on the watch face to change the watch face. But we're getting some new stuff. We're getting stuff like swiping left brings us the Google Fit rate tracking rings, which is great. I like the new way that Google Fit does the fitness tracking with the rings. It's mildly a ripoff of Apple's rings. You guys know what that is, like the Apple rings. right?
What?
Unlike the Apple
Like
Watch,
an
there's like
onion
the
ring?
rings.
Oh,
Like an onion ring?
yeah.
An onion ring. That's what
Onion
Apple should
ring.
rename their activity rings to, as onion rings. And that would really not be good because it's supposed to be
I
a
actually
fitness
don't
app.
Really
really
like one of those
onion
like banana
rings.
chips. That'd be
They're
like
okay.
the banana ring.
I don't like certain onion rings.
Banana chips are good.
Banana chips are pretty good.
This isn't technology.
We're going slowly insane.
We're moving farther and farther
I
away
have,
from
no,
tech.
I have no say in this because I don't own any sort of Android.
I mean, I don't
device.
own Apple products too, but you've seen that there's like the fitness rings that that shows you've walked this many hours trying to fill the ring. Google took that approach. They stole it from Apple but honestly, I mean, the way that Google does it is completely different.
How do you steal anything nowadays?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you take a look, like I have a game controller over here. It's for the Nintendo Switch. This looks like an Xbox controller.
Just an Xbox.
It does.
It's basically just an Xbox
But
controller.
you can't really copy anything nowadays because
Because,
what's
like,
genius
yeah.
is what's genius.
Right.
How do
Like
we
think
get-
about
how
it.
do we get to
This
this
is
point
universal
again?
standard.
Yeah, I don't
Anyways,
even remember.
We're
how
talking
we got
about Google products, I guess. Anyways, you be on the lookout for that WatchOS update sometime later this month. It packs a bunch of cool tech. I'm excited.
All right. Well,
What were we saying? Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I'd never. Maybe it's just me, but I don't follow Motorola. But apparently they're coming out with an iPhone as well. I don't want to like. It's being called an iPhone 10 clone.
Really?
I
Oh, that
don't
sounds
know.
terrifying.
Or
Motorola.
X, iPhone X.
It's 10. It's 10, guys. It's
But-
10.
Yeah, no, it's 10.
No, it's 10.
X,
It's
no,
10.
I mean
It's
X,
10.
no 10.
It's 10.
Why
For
would
anybody
they
who
name it
says...
why would they
Okay,
name it X?
okay.
If every phone they've
can detect-
done is a number.
Right.
It really tells you about someone if they say iPhone X because then that means they don't know how Roman numerals work.
I guess, yeah.
Anyway,
No,
it
Roman
looks like a
numerals aren't
decent
being
phone.
taught.
I mean, I guess it does look like an X, but it's still 10. The
It
Roman
still
numeral
looks
X
like
is
an
10.
X.
Wait, I was unaware Nokia was still even making phones.
Yep, Nokia came out with a few phones this
Yeah,
week.
Nokia
Actually,
8
that was-
Sirocco.
8 Sirocco? The
Yeah.
company Sirocco? Really?
Well, that's what it's called.
Oh. Well, I know Sirocco
Was
is a
that
company.
Oh yeah,
That's
there
what
was
they
you mentioned something about Google knowing all your stuff. There was a story actually I heard about a lady there was like a father of a lady that she was like, she was going to Walmart or whatever, and she was, maybe it was Amazon. No, it was, she was buying things and he was wondering why his daughter was getting baby product being for her, like it's recommended or like stuff like that, and so he found out later that she was actually pregnant, and so basically Amazon knew before her own father that she was pregnant.
That's
Which is
insane.
terrifying.
That is insane.
It was kind of terrifying, but I don't really care.
It is, yeah, I mean,
Well,
like, that's insane that tech can do that. Yet some people are like, oh my gosh, like, I'm taking an axe to my Amazon Echo now.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
for me,
some
it's like
people-
that's kind of
it's kind of
convenient.
easy. I mean, if you take a pregnancy test,
Okay.
it requires
My
technology, and that technology could instantly upload to a database to instantly upload to Amazon or Google to instantly give you ads.
Yeah.
My
I mean, it's not
comment-
that hard.
My comment
no,
on
it's
that
not.
is it wasn't so much that Amazon knew before. Like, it sounds absurd that they knew before the father did, but it's just that Amazon let the father know that she was pregnant. Nothing would have happened, nothing would have changed because she was buying things from Amazon that are baby products. Like, he would have found out, even just because Amazon found out before him, doesn't mean that he was slow about it. He was really slow.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't think she was buying baby products. I think she just found out by Google. It was like no.
That'd be weird.
What was weird was that Amazon was sending them packages full of baby stuff, and they were questioning why. And they found out that the pregnancy test was what was likely sent to a database instantly.
Wow, that's insane. That's some
But-
interesting stuff and it really it kind of blurs the line between what's convenient and what's really privacy concerning. Like we did what we covered in last episode, and for some people, again, I'm not saying I'm willing to sell my soul to Amazon or Google, but if they want to take a little bit of information from me, No, obviously not like my social security number or anything like that. But if it's just like my favorite color is blue, or like it's not, but like, you know, something like that, and it's gonna advertise and tailor things to me, I find it nice. I find the fact that like
worth it,
right? Because like and this is a big thing to get into, is that when ads are kind of not tailored to you, when you turn off that setting, you get a bunch of weird, kind of maybe even gross and disturbing ads, and when you have it tailored to you, you won't see any of those ads. They're not tailored to you, unless if they are tailored. But in my case, like, I'm into technology, I'm into, and many of you guys who know, I do tech channels on YouTube, I do cartoon channels, I'm Googling things constantly, I'm making YouTube searches about technology, even The Legend of Zelda as well, as many of you guys know. I do all of that, and if Google can tailor Zelda ads and Nintendo ads and stuff like that, that could be good. Actually, I've had some times in cases where Nintendo ads and tech ads have actually shown to me that, hey, there's some new news that came out about this product, I need to cover it in the next episode of Command Prompt Comedy, or in the next episode of Highland Live, or whatever show that I'm doing, and it's super, super nice.
Well, and then there's, like, it's just a balancing act, like, whether you want maximum convenience or you want maximum security,
privacy,
that's just a scale. Like, you can't have both. Like,
right.
So
unfortunately
humans are becoming gradually more lazy. And soon there will be technology where you can turn off your lights by thinking it.
Actually that's true.
And that's literally, you are sacrificing security for convenience. But if you want security, you have to go through passwords and stuff like that, making it less inconvenient, or it makes it more inconvenient. So it's kind of a scale, and that scale is actually to your power.
My problem is that I like the convenience, but I mean, the cost of convenience is doing less, and doing less means lazier, which is annoying because I wish I could sacrifice a lot of my privacy, because unlike Aaron over here, I mean, I could sacrifice some privacy for some convenience, but the convenience only goes so far when it comes to being convenient.
Right. And you can get programs for trying to dual both. Like, I haven't actually searched yet. It came to my mind, but a minute ago. But if there is a program where you can put passwords on USB stick and just plug into your Chrome computer and just log in that way,
almost like Chromebooks,
as if it's just a key, like, you know, a virtual key to your physical.
We're going
key.
back to like security now.
Welcome to the second. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Welcome to this episode of Command Prompt Comedy. Welcome to the second part to our part on security. Today we're covering USB keys. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, welcome to that.
I hate.
So it's more convenient, but you still have to enter your password.
Right.
And that would be convenient.
Well, I've considered getting Ubi keys for Ubi keys. I think it's either keys. Is it Ubi or is it Ubi?
Ubi.
Because Ubi is like Ubi as in Ubisoft. And
Ubi as in Ubi
I
like the idea of Ubi keys, but
I like the idea of Ubi keys.
It'd be more convenient if there was just USB sticks so you can put a file on.
Right. You don't have to buy it like a specific key.
So it's not that. It's just, you know, they're not used as USB sticks. They're not dual purpose.
So
I'd like to see like Windows Hello as something that's universal. Like, I can just like stare at my laptop and it logs me into everything. Like, I don't have to go through, like, when I go to Google, I shouldn't have to log into Google separately. When I stare at my laptop and it detects that I'm there using iris technology, then I should log into all my services.
That also brings up kind of a good side of no security, some less security, is because the less security you have, the more potential that, you know, if a crime was committed, they can access their, like, fingerprints because of the fingerprint scanner. They can probably do iris scanners. They can do things like that, and they can catch a criminal easily if they're, you know, just as gullible as the average person.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
but I mean that
Amazon will know where they live.
And that's like public safety concern too, and with the whole Apple situation as well. We've kind of had that thing as there as well. But on a much lighter, sort of lighter note. Unfortunately, it isn't. I'm kidding. This is a horrible thing. Many customers, so we covered the T-Mobile hacks last week. Well, a couple days later, and I was actually going to do a Command Prompt Comedy on Monday, talking specifically about this and warning you guys. The T-Mobile API was used universally with 8 customers of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile and Sprint customers. So it affects all 4 of the major carriers. And unfortunately, your data may be exposed. And that's just quite unfortunate that, again, we're back on security, but hey, you got to keep things secure, especially when you're dealing with lots of customers' information. Now, I'm not sure how many customers were affected. I don't know if I was one of the customers that were affected, but if I was one of the customers that was affected, you probably see my account information floating around on the internet somewhere. Please don't hack me. Trust me, I'm a good man. I make your tech show, okay? Don't hack me. Yeah. As far as things go for that, that's just unfortunate. But it looks like they've resolved the issue pretty fast, and it looks like most news outlets actually didn't even bother to cover this because they covered the T-Mobile, and you know, everybody was pretty much on concern. All carriers were pretty much on alert, and they got it fixed pretty much right away. So I don't think much user data was affected, except for the T-Mobile one. That one, a lot of users, everything were pretty much leaked.
So there's this new feature that's going around on I think it's already out. Well, I can access it right now, so it would be out. But Microsoft and Amazon are integrating the Cortana and Alexa not as one entity, but two different assistants that go on each device. So Amazon Echo would allow you to use Cortana on it. And if you run Windows 10 or any, I don't think Windows 8 doesn't have Cortana, does it?
No.
Well,
Windows 10 only has
Cortana. Any devices that have Cortana on it will be able to use Alexa. And right now I can actually use Alexa right now. But it's
on your PC. You have the latest.
My PC is kind of
Your PC is kind of
slow. I can run it, but it's being slow right now. It's normally not.
You actually have the latest version.
I guess I do because
Where do you see that?
So if you go into your Cortana, when you open Cortana, you can type in or say open Alexa, and Cortana.
Do you have the latest version?
I don't know if I have the latest version. See, that's just funny. Our company.
He does. If I put in open Alexa, I can do that, but it refuses to. Let me turn my sound here. Oh. But I don't think it wants to. You're all set. Now, whenever you want to talk with Alexa, just say, open Alexa.
Do it. Try it.
Well, I'm going to sign into
We're going to be sponsored by...
Now we're going to be sponsored by Amazon. I'm going to try this on my...
Well, I'm wondering. I wanted to talk about the reasons why this would be made. Because I mean, to me, on first glance, this seems like the most useless feature ever.
It does sound useless.
I mean, come on, they're really both virtual assistants. I pretty much do identical things.
It sounds like just a poll. Like, who likes Alexa more? Who likes...
I mean, myself, I am completely Cortana biased. I
don't know. I like Alexa better.
I like Bixby. Am I the only? Am I the only one here that likes? Am I the only one who's rooting for the whipping child Bixby?
Well, the problem with Bixby I see is it doesn't really...
It doesn't pick up on your voice very good. It
doesn't really work as an assistant. It works as an assistant for your phone, but it doesn't really... You can't say, like, Google this, Bixby.
Okay, Google, hear me out. It just activated my...
Google Assistant?
Yeah. Hear me out. Change your Bixby button to a Wi-Fi button.
just instantly connect to Wi-Fi. Anyway, so the reason they do this, or at least what this The Verge says,
is it just an easier way to make them talk to each other?
No, they don't talk to each other.
You know those videos?
Yeah, those videos of people like looping the
assistants.
How you doing?
Anyway, well, apparently the reason of doing this is Cortana can access things like Windows and Office features, and Alexa does like more smart home integration.
Oh,
so this allows them to. It kind of broadens the ability to do certain things. Like on your PC, you can open. I don't know why you need smart home integrations into your computer.
No, I can see that.
I can see why. I mean...
It'd be more useful if you had a home, but if you don't have a home, then...
Open Alexa.
First, sign in to Alexa.
Oh my god, it has
I have to connect my Amazon account. Give me a second. You keep going while you're talking about the story, and I'll let you know when I'm going to demonstrate this on
anyway, so I could only really see that being the benefit. I don't know if I mean, I hate looping back to internet security again, but does this affect anything with it? You know, like, if you think about it, does that mean if you speak to Cortana now, does that mean what is inputted there is also, like, if you were like...
Amazon knows.
Yeah, like, does that mean Amazon...
Well, it seems
listens to Cortana.
Oh, jeez.
Alexa,
Oh,
I can control your smart home, check order status, help you shop, and more. You can also try thousands of skills. How can I help you today?
Skills.
Now, myself,
what is Amazon?
if I ever got an Echo device, I'd like to use Cortana
When
most
the
of
market
time.
closed, Amazon.com traded at $2,012.71.
It looks
up
like
0.52%
Just
since
Cortana, just
previous
Alexa,
close.
just different kind of...
It looks like it has the full functionality of Alexa, so you can ask questions like, what is Amazon? What is Amazon stock? Like, you can ask questions
Wait, hold on. I'm reading this,
and other things.
I'm reading this thing here, and it seems kind of interesting. I only read like a sentence and a half. But Amazon is also bringing Alexa into a number of Windows 10 PCs with a dedicated app that can listen for the Alexa wake word. Microsoft hasn't really been pushing ahead with Cortana, though. With the exception of Cortana-powered thermostat, Microsoft's digital assistant has not started appearing in more speakers, cars, fridges, toasters, and thermostats.
Really?
People
just getting more lazy.
Toasters!
Hey,
Toasters! Toasters?
Okay, Cortana,
Toasters!
I put bread in my toaster.
Microsoft's digital assistant has not started appearing in more speakers, cars, fridges, toasters, and thermostats.
Toasters, of all things.
Like the company promised.
Our toasters gonna
Cortana
revolt.
has now fallen far behind both Alexa and Google Assistant, and Microsoft has now placed its Outlook for iPhone boss in charge of Cortana to help improve the situation.
Really? So that's interesting because a few years ago, the Harman Kardon, they still actually have the option. So if any of you guys bought a Harman Kardon speaker with Amazon or with Cortana,
Oh yeah, it's mentioned in this.
yeah, you can set up that, assuming that you can change that to a Amazon Alexa speaker rather than a Harman Kardon speaker. And that's really unfortunate for me because I would have loved to seen a Cortana connected toaster. I would love one day to have seen the day that my Microsoft Cortana connected cupboard could connect with my toaster, and I could shout across the room to my Windows 10 PC and say, "Hey Cortana, put bread in the put bread in the toaster."
How would that work, though?
I mean, good question, but
Maybe a little drone or something.
All
Yeah.
I know is I want to see more from Cortana. I want to see Microsoft improve on Cortana because
I guess I was kind of...
I don't know. Microsoft needs a good virtual assistant. I mean, come on. What tech giant does not have a good virtual assistant other than
IBM should
Microsoft?
have one. It's going to be called...
Anyway,
Visionary.
this is what the Verge has to say
I don't know.
about the Harman Kardon
Legion.
Invoke speaker. The integration is rather basic right now and requires users to summon each digital assistant through a rather clunky process. Alexa, open Cortana. We'll launch Cortana on an Echo device, and hey Cortana, open Alexa. We'll do the same on Windows 10 PCs and devices like the Harman Kardon
Invoke speaker.
I think that's the only mention of the
The Invoke?
I wonder if you guys want to do
Oh, that's
a
interesting.
local weather report.
This is going to be delayed.
Oh, yeah?
So that weather that we're going to provide would be the incorrect weather
Yeah.
for the day that these people are listening to it.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
You forgot how podcasts work for a second?
Oh, yeah, for a second there. Oh,
Thank you.
Hey, maybe we could just give the predicted weather.
Give the predicted weather.
And
Oh, is
Just
that...
ask, I wish I had my Google Home down here.
Alright,
Could
looks
have
like it's
shot
going to be
up the speaker.
77 degrees by the time it's 8 o'clock. There you go.
Today?
all right, well,
Oh
you guys
my
know how we
goodness.
With a
how,
15%
how we
chance of
live
rain.
in the next hour.
So now you know what it's going to be like. You guys are going to be listening to this in the future, so
Widely
either we're-
scattered showers or a thunderstorm this evening, then partly cloudy. A few storms may be severe. Low 64 or 67 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 o'clock. Wait, what? Really?
oh, so it's gonna rain. Great. So
It might rain,
because we're gonna
yeah.
be heading out here pretty soon.
11 mile an hour
We got to make this episode 40 minutes long. So it's gonna be another couple. So we're probably gonna get out of here by 4:20. So not
11
at 4,
mile an hour
but yeah.
winds with southbound winds. I don't know, whatever. I'm not a local. I'm not a, whatever.
So
Air quality, never mind. That's enough.
I mean, we have... Okay, so, well, like we say in the start of the podcast, this isn't just tech news, this is also tech experience. And does anyone have any good experiences with tech? Or, like, you know, just, like, anything new with tech that you...
I don't know. I
mean, your dad...
I figured I should have...
Your dad has, like, that Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so, like, anyways, I was dealing with, the thing, and I was dealing with my dad's laptop, and his laptop was being really funny in the sense that Windows sometimes has issues where software refuses to keep connecting via what's called a default gateway, and that's basically fancy talk for the gateway that your internet traffic flows through. Kind of like, sort of like if the pipe that carried the peanut butter stopped flowing the peanut butter, like there's a crack in it and peanut butter was leaking and it couldn't connect to the other thing. I don't know, but anyways, you know, if you're tech news, if you're techies, you should know what a default gateway is. Anyways, I ran what most techies never do, and that's Windows Network Diagnostics. I never used Windows Network Diagnostics, and yes, after about like 3 minutes and I'm assuming it's not going to work, like, you know, mostly it does. After 3 minutes, it said, "We fixed your default gateway. You can continue working." I loaded up a web browser, and I was able to get to Google.com now.
I've had network diagnostics work for me like twice in my life. Windows either remove the feature or upgrade it.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what it's about.
I can't say anything else.
But have any of you guys actually experienced one of those like spurts in your internet? It's like suddenly you're downloading at 30 megabytes or something, and then or maybe if you're downloading at max speed and you're downloading at about 150, and then suddenly your internet goes up to 400 megabytes.
Yeah, last night we had a spurt for we were downloading something, and it was like
amazing internet.
We have horrible internet right now.
It's about a megabyte per second, but then we had a spurt up to 8 megabytes.
We're getting you
maybe
internet,
half a minute, and it's like it actually downloaded at 8 megabytes per second. Like sometimes I wonder if it's maybe just sometimes maybe it's like a backup thing that just powered on and suddenly it gave you a little bit of spurt for a little bit. But
that's really weird. Yeah, I don't know where that spurt comes from.
It happens sometimes. Like it actually happens commonly.
I've had it really weird. So, anyways, my internet connection here
goes up to a terabyte.
My internet connection.
Terabyte
this
per second.
This is a funny story. My internet connection. My internet connection here at the office. I was downloading something and I was like, oh, it's going at the full 150. That's cool. And then it was a Steam download.
Sorry about that. You didn't have to mention
what were you downloading?
I was downloading. What was I downloading? I was downloading. It was Oceanhorn, which is a third-party.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I was downloading it, and then it spiked at 1 terabyte, or it spiked at 1 gigabit per second, and it was downloading, and it was like, "Hi, I'm done downloading." So I'm like, "What the heck? When am I ever? I don't pay for." It downloaded at 1 gigabit per second, and I was amazed because I'm like, I don't pay for a fiber plan here. I pay for 150 megs, and it works.
We're talking about the actual download speed. Like, it's even more commonly to see it spike up, but it doesn't actually do anything. Like, it's no different. But there's even the more rarely, like, it actually does something. Like, it actually downloads at the speed it tells you.
Last night. Okay, so the last couple of days we've been downloading a game on our Xbox, and okay, well, our internet sucks. It's bottom of the barrel stuff. But it was like it took like a day to update. Okay, so it was a 4 gigabyte update, and it took we woke up at 12 hours. Say 12 hours, and it was at 99%, 2%, and like it would download like. A percent every, or 0.1% every like 3 minutes or something like that. I don't know. But probably more crazier than that. But it just downloaded in a second. It was like 99.2%, and then bang, it was done.
Weird.
That's really weird. I've had one that is just really funny. I've had a story one time where my internet speed for whatever, and this is just a glitch, obviously, but this is something you'd see probably on like the Software Gourd Reddit page. The download speed went down. It was displaying negative 26 megabits per second.
Oh, really?
I'm like, but it was downloading still. Like it was downloading but it was like it was so funny, and I kind of laughed. I chuckled because I mean it downloaded fine. There was no issues, but the fact it said negative, it was doing it in an integer number was hilarious, and I laughed so hard because I'm like,
crap.
That's funny.
All right, I just got some news that I just never thought I'd see. Microsoft and Walmart are strategically partnering up to defeat Amazon.
Why?
Is that real?
Yeah, I looked it up. There's news articles everywhere. But basically, Walmart is announcing today at Microsoft's Inspire Partner Conference that it's partnering with Microsoft to use the company's cloud services. The 5-year agreement will see Walmart use Azure and Microsoft 365 across the company, alongside new projects focused on machine learning, artificial intelligence, and data
trying to do artificial intelligence.
What is that going to be like? I mean, if you've ever seen
crazy,
I know Walmart's a pretty rich company, but it's usually a place you don't really, it's just general like, foods and stuff. It's not like somewhere you're gonna like.
Well, the impression I get of Walmart that clashes with Microsoft is Microsoft's all this high tech and stuff, and I just kind of imagine Walmart is like. No, the weird impression I get of Walmart most of the time is that it's kind of like
we're gonna start.
It's on the lower end of. It's on the lower end of like where you. It's on the lower end of like affordability and stuff. It's more of like that area where it's like.
It's a big box store. It's a big box discount store.
Well, when it's everything. Most things are full price though. Like
Microsoft is reportedly experimenting with attaching cameras to shopping carts.
What's that going to be?
What's that going to be?
To track items.
What is that?
That's like cool. I guess but it cuts down on inventory. I know the Amazon Ghost store in Seattle, Washington, is using some similar type of camera vision technology, which is amazing, and it's something that I'm thinking Walmart and the other players are doing, and I'm glad, honestly, that Walmart chose Azure. From my experience, Azure and Google Cloud Platform far exceed what AWS can offer and what they have.
This is interesting because the Amazon Go store, right?
Yeah,
I've actually seen it in person. It's really nice.
Oh, so you've been to the Amazon? So you never told me that.
I didn't walk into it, but I was
there.
this close.
You should have. We could have did a video. We could have did a remote thing.
We drove by it. It was. I wanted to go in it, but we're on a.
I wonder if you were there the day Linus was there. Linus Sebastian, if you don't know, is a tech YouTuber.
Anyway, but everyone knows the Amazon Go store. You walk in, you grab your item, you leave, and it automatically charges you when you leave the door, right?
Something like that.
Or
that's I don't know.
That's the big feature that everybody talks about. But the Microsoft is working with Walmart, saying that
to do the same thing.
Basically.
So we're gonna have Walmart. We're gonna have Walmart Go stores.
Amazon's Go store in Seattle uses multiple cameras and sensors that uses computer vision algorithms to detect what items you're taking out of the store, so you automatically charge. Microsoft is reportedly
Wouldn't that be amazing? Going to Walmart and you just like
pick up an item and leave.
And then
usually when you do that, you get harassed by the security and police.
Yeah. Well, I hope you don't do it.
No, I'm not saying I steal. I'm not encouraging stealing either. I'm just saying I'm pointing out the obvious here. That's what happens.
And earlier, it's like you do still pay full price for usual technology there, and maybe they would, S8. I got mine at Walmart and it was $600, and online I think it's about $600. Like on Amazon it's $600. I know that. But you pay full price for most technology there, at least Samsung, and there's Google Home Mini, which is about $50 or something like that, and then
that sounds about
bill or something like that, and that's about the same. And what?
Okay, so sorry to interrupt you, but well, great. Now I forgot what I was going to say.
Are we going to go until 4:20?
Yeah, we're gonna go until that thing goes. So we have a timer here on the thing. We're gonna go until that says 40, and that's where we'll end the show.
Well,
so we're getting very close to the end to let you guys know, and you probably see this on your app too. But go ahead, and then I'm gonna wrap things up with Apple's brand new event talking about how they're gonna rip you off and how they're gonna make your wallet cry even harder this year.
Be able to do that?
Oh yeah,
that sounds like a good idea, at least without bias.
Yeah, I mean we are biased here. We all use Android devices and we all use Chrome.
Okay, that's the only thing we're biased about. We're not gonna do anything political.
I just gotta add one more thing. I mean, it's really quick, but am I the only one seeing a really like cheap prices in technology nowadays? Like, it's like I could swear like a few weeks ago I was like, man, this technology is expensive, and then I go into like Best Buy or something, I'm like, wow, I didn't remember it being that cheap.
Yeah, it's really weird. So what happened was there's this DRAM shortage, and I was actually talking to my parents about this too because they're like, why is technology so expensive? And it's actually finally coming down in price. There's been a DRAM shortage, and then after that whole craze with Bitcoin, where everybody was buying graphics cards and memory and CPUs and motherboards and cases constantly, the prices for those drove up, obviously, because you would be silly not to raise your price for those when people actually need them, because unlike a few gamers per year upgrading their boxes, now everybody needs to go out, everybody needs to buy a box that's like super ballin' so that they can mine Bitcoin. And they finally come down in price, and that's great for us here at the office where we have a small budget. And
if Bitcoin wasn't sketchy, I probably could have done that, but it's sketchy, all right.
I mean, like honestly, I've heard a lot of cases where I'm like, I should have sold a long time ago, and I should have sold Litecoin and some of that stuff. I don't even know if that's like.
There's a bunch. You want to hear something that's actually kind of interesting though? I remember a few months ago I was in school and everybody had this app on their phone where they literally watch stocks and stuff, and I just like everybody was looking at their phone, investing in Bitcoin and all these other apps. Like, I mean, I remember Spotify was one of them that people were interested in, but it was like you watched it and like for some reason people were addicted to it. It was like, the stocks are going up, the stocks are going down. And it was weird because I saw it everywhere.
Right, and the thing with Bitcoin is I feel bad for anybody who invested like their whole life into it, thinking this is going to be the big boom, and then you're probably, honestly, I can't believe you're listening to this maybe you have a phone, and I feel so bad for you guys because really that's just quite unfortunate. Well, to wrap this segment up and to wrap the show up for today, on this Friday, August 31st, 2018. The next time we'll see you will be in September, which is going to be exciting new month, basically just next week. On Friday.
Why do you make it sound like we're going on vacation?
Yeah, no, but we're going to see you in September next week.
It could be tomorrow.
It could be tomorrow.
It could be September.
Yeah, well, it's the 31st today, so.
It could be.
I'm almost like.
Anyway.
Oh, by the way, we are going to move our date for this weekly podcast because school is starting and
all of us are full-time students.
We won't be able to.
All of us are full-time students. We are full-time students, so we will be moving this into
Saturdays, maybe.
We're probably going to keep it on a Friday. We're probably going to do it maybe 4 afternoon. We'll see. We'll work it out. But you'll see this when you get recorded.
Okay, so me and Matthew.
I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter for them because they're just going to see the podcast when it comes out.
Yeah, I guess.
For us, we're moving our date on the date of the time we're recording these because it takes a lot of time, as you've heard at the beginning of this episode.
We started at 2:50.
We started at 2:50. It's already like 4:02.
But anyway, why do I have a cramp all of a sudden? Me and Matthew, we have no life, so it's Aaron over here that has a life.
I'm always busy with something, unfortunately.
If you see that our the time of which we record this every week changes, it's going to be his fault.
Yeah, so you guys, your audience, you can blame me for not getting your weekly episode of Command Prompt Comedy, and I'm so sorry.
You can speedrun that Apple thing, or you gotta.
So I'm going to go as fast as possible, talking exactly like this. So if you can't keep up, you can slow it down by pushing the 1x button on your Google Podcast. And if you can hear that, well, shoot, you know what? Too bad. Anyways, Apple is coming out with some new iPhones at their new Apple launch. That is set for September 12th. So that's in the next couple of weeks. We'll be covering all of the new iPhones and all of the new Apple products that are coming out. This is going to go super long because it's already at 39 minutes and 17 seconds. So,
Yeah. It doesn't have to be exactly 40 minutes.
And so, Apple is coming out with their new iPhones, iPhone S, iPhone XS, and some other ones. It's basically going to be priced like this. You can get the cheap iPhone that's basically going to be like the iPhone 8 of the iPhone 10. It's going to have a smaller screen, lower end specs, less camera-intensive camera. Or you can get the super big, super large. I don't know why you would want this because it looks like a Motorola Dynatec cell phone, giant iPhone 10X S, which is the huge one that's super amazing. It's got all the latest specs. It's got the new
It's Apple. It's not amazing.
A11 processor inside of it. That's going to make it go super fast. And we've already hit the 40-minute mark, so we've got to keep going with this. It has their app. They're updating. I think people are waiting for an Apple Watch update. They're waiting for MacBook updates. So many new things to come in this Apple event, and they're going to be ripping you off as much as they were with the iPhone 10 at the iPhone XS price, presumably going to be somewhere between the $1,000 to $2,000 or the $2,000 to $3,000 price tag. If you pay $3,000 for your phone, you are seriously doing it wrong.
Or rich.
Or rich, that too. We are Command Prompt Comedy. I am Aaron, the host, with Matthew Michael. Thank you so much for joining us on this show today. This is the second episode of Command Prompt Comedy. Be sure to subscribe by pushing the subscribe button on the podcast that you are listening to. It is going to be great how much more tech news we're going to have, as well as to visit us at www.projectdeepmind.org to find more information about our company, and if you want to try and help us out, and if you just need tech help in general, we do technology help as well. Thank you so much for joining us in this episode of Command Prompt Comedy. I am Aaron, and I'm about to pass out because I can't.
Let the bloopers begin.
Let the bloopers begin. Just kidding. We don't have any bloopers this week.
Yeah, we don't.
There we go.
Somebody did. There you go. There's your blooper.
The
blooper is not having any bloopers this week, and him saying, "Really, you didn't get the memo."
I didn't get the memo.
All right. Thank you for joining us this week. Bye bye. Otakunet.